Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to go over 5 cards that are on my list to add into my wallet for 2024. So I added a lot of cards in my wallet for 2023. My velocity was incredibly high and I was able to rack up a ton of points. Now for 2024, I don't think I'm going to be having anywhere near that same level of velocity, but there are a number of cards out there that I would love to add into my wallet, either because of the different benefits that they have or because of some nice welcome offers that are connected with them. Currently right now, I'm at 424 when it comes to how many personal cards that I've opened in the last 24 months. And because of that, chances are most of the cards I'm going to be getting in 2024 are going to be business credit cards. Now, I know that there are many people out there who don't care about Chase's 524 rule. They just apply to whatever card is going to work out best for them at that time. But for myself, I like at least having the available option to be able to apply for Chase credit cards, whether it be an elevated offer for a business credit card or if there happens to be a personal credit card that I want to add to my wallet. So because of that, I'm going to try to stay under Chase's 524 in the year 2024. So on this list, you're going to notice that the vast majority of the cards are going to be business credit cards because most business credit cards don't add a new personal line of credit to your personal credit report. So because of that, I can apply and get approved for these business credit cards and still have the available option to get myself some Chase credit cards if I happen to see one that I want in 2024. The first card is going to be the US Bank Triple Cash Business Credit Card. This is a business credit card that earns cash back with no annual fee. One of the things I told myself for 2024 is that I want to get myself cards that are going to earn me cash back instead of only getting myself points earning cards. I absolutely love points earning cards and they've allowed me to do some incredible luxury and aspirational travel, but even with the highly reduced fares that I end up getting for business and first class, it still ends up being pretty expensive to do all this luxury travel. Going on tours, visiting museums, and other things while traveling can end up adding up pretty quick with travel expenses. Just last year alone, I spent over $2,000 on rideshare services. Now, I haven't broken down how much of that was when I was traveling as compared to when I was actually here in Los Angeles, but that is a lot of money to be spending on rideshares, and I want to bring that down in some way if I can. Getting a ride to the airport, to the hotel, back to the airport, back to my home, these rideshare services and taxis add up pretty quickly, and I think that adding a cashback card will be the best way for me to be able to cover many of these different expenses. I haven't had a problem when it comes to food or buying items when traveling because I never really spend that much money in these categories. Usually I get myself free breakfast at the hotel, and then when I end up going out to different restaurants, I never usually go to like super high-end ones. Even if I happen to do it one time, I probably would do it one time in Los Angeles, whether it be on a date or hang out with friends every few months anyway, so I can justify those expenses. But it's very rare that I'm going to be using rideshare services at the same level that I'm using it when traveling as compared to how much I use it in Los Angeles. Now, I technically have cards that earn points, but I could use for travel expenses, whether it be one of my Chase cards or my Venture X card, but I have a difficult time grabbing those points and then redeeming it at just 1 cent per point for these different travel expenses. The reason for that is I can see myself throughout the year paying $500 for Uber rides, but I can never see myself one time in the year spending $5,000 on a business class flight. So being able to use my Venture miles to have a business class flight on Turkish Airlines or my Ultimate Reward points to stay at high luxury Hyatt hotels is where I'd rather use those points instead of just cashing them out at 1 cent per point for these different travel expenses. So the way that I'm working to combat that is to get myself cashback only earning cards so I can redeem that cashback for my different travel expenses. The second card on my list is the JetBlue Business Credit Card. I feel that this is one of the most overlooked and underrated airline credit cards out there. If you like to fly JetBlue, this should definitely be a card you're looking at to be adding into your wallet. Many people seek to get themselves airline status. Now with the JetBlue Business Credit Card, you aren't going to get airline status, but you're going to get very similar benefits that are going to be simulating airline status. One of the best benefits with this card is that you get yourself Group A boarding, which means that just from having this card, you get to enter the plane at the exact same time as people who are flying on JetBlue Mint. So even when flying in economy, you're never gonna have to worry about overhead bin space running out because you're gonna be one of the first people getting on the plane. You also get yourself free check bags, a 10% discount on points redemptions, 5,000 points every single anniversary, and then $100 each year towards a JetBlue vacations. Now this card is issued by Barclays, and I've noticed that getting approved for business applications with Barclays can be a little bit tricky. But I think that this is a winner card. And if you happen to be someone who likes to fly with JetBlue, like myself, this is a card you should be looking at to add into your wallet. Even if you don't want to use this card for everyday expenses or even JetBlue flights, I would trade $99 each year for 5,000 points every anniversary and also Group A boarding. that seems like a great deal in my opinion. The third card I'm looking at is the Hawaiian Airlines business credit card. Now, this card hasn't really been on my radar for very long, but when I heard the announcement that there was going to be a merger between Hawaiian Airlines and also Alaskan Airlines, it made me start to look at this card and wonder how much more valuable are Hawaiian Airlines going to be. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with this, Alaskan Airlines just bought out Hawaiian Airlines. Now, it is going to need to get approved through Congress, but if it does end up getting approved, that means that they're going to be merging Hawaiian Airlines and Alaskan Airlines rewards program. Alaska miles have some of the most powerful miles in the game, but they are hard to come by, and there isn't a way to transfer over your points to Alaskan Airlines unless you want to get rid of a ton of your Marriott Bonvoy points at a 3-to-1 ratio. But since the two programs are merging, that means that Hawaiian Airlines miles may end up being a lot more valuable about a year from now. So this, in my opinion, would just be some type of investment that I'm putting into the program, hoping that these Hawaiian Airlines miles that I get from the sign-up bonus become more valuable about a year in the future. Now, this may not end up becoming true because they could do a terrible ratio for your Hawaiian Airlines miles to Alaskan Airlines miles, or Congress might not approve this merger, but I think that it's worth the risk, and in my opinion, the worst thing that can end up happening is I would just get myself a business class flight over to Hawaii, which isn't that bad of a deal. The fourth card that I've been looking at is the American Express Business Platinum card. Now, there have been targeted and also hidden offers for this card where you can get yourself 190,000 membership reward points, but you do need to spend $15,000 over the first 3 months of having this card. Now, that is more money than I'm normally going to be spending over the course of 3 months, and that's one of the reasons why I haven't actually applied for this card. But I would love to add this card to my wallet to hit that sign-up bonus and also take advantage of some of the different perks that the American Express Business Platinum card has, such as getting yourself a rebate on your points when you end up booking business class airfare. This is something that I would take advantage of with something like JetBlue Mint, because even though you can use your JetBlue miles for JetBlue Mint, usually it can end up costing quite a few JetBlue miles to be able to do that, but there can be sometimes a great cash fare, and if you could take advantage of using the American Express Business Platinum card, along with the rebate that you get on business airfare when using points, this can end up being a decent deal for these luxury trips. 190,000 points is just so lucrative and something that I don't want to miss out on, so I'm hoping that this hidden welcome offer sticks around into 2024. And if it doesn't, I still be happy getting myself 150,000 membership reward points, plus the different benefits I get from the American Express Business Platinum card. And the fifth card I've been looking at is a personal card, and it's the Chase Aeroplan card. Now, the reason why I've been looking at this card is for similar reasons to why I've been looking at the US Bank Triple Cash business card. It's because I'm trying to figure out a way to reduce my travel expenses by using points. One of the great benefits you get with the Aeroplan card is that you can redeem those points for 1.25% back on travel expenses with this card. Now, you don't need to use it the same way that you do with the Chase Sapphire Preferred or the Reserve through Chase's travel portal. If you have travel expenses, you can erase it similar to like what you could with the Venture Miles with Capital One, except for you get at a 1.25% rate with your Aeroplan card. This ends up being fantastic because say you happen to want to go on cruises or cover your rideshare cost, having the Aeroplan card giving yourself 1.25% back on travel purchases can end up being quite valuable. And I believe that the sign-up bonus as of recording this video is 75,000 Aeroplan miles, which can end up being over $900 in value towards travel expenses. This is something that I could really use, and it would highly reduce my travel costs. Now, I know that I would still have the problem of maybe wanting to use my Aeroplan miles for business or first class flights, but I have to be disciplined with this card and just make sure that I had it specifically for my different travel expenses, because that way I can completely enjoy my trip and not be annoyed when I come home and then remember that I had an $80 taxi ride from the airport to my hotel. But that's it. Those are the 5 cards I'm looking to add into my wallet for 2024. Now, this is a list that probably most other people don't have because it doesn't have the more popular cards that you usually see on these lists, but I've already gotten most of those cards and I've already racked up so many points. I'm just trying to figure out ways to help reduce my traveling costs while improving my travel experience. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section down below what cards you're looking to add into your wallet in 2024. Now, if you happen to have any questions about any one of these cards, you can drop that down in the comment section down below, and I'll do the best I can to answer it. And if you happen to really like this video, then do me a favor. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this video, and have a beautiful rest of your day.